When I think back on career ed, specifically speaking, the business plan, a couple memories come into mind. So first of all, I remember the stress on trying to figure out what product or what new idea would other people like. And going into that, so many factors played a role into like what we were going to make, whether it was opening up our own bakery or a movie theater, a car wash, or making our own product in general. So what we did, what my group did, and I remember it because I thought it was really fascinating, was try to open up our own wholesale Mophie style rechargeable case company called Revival Tech. And I remember that we came up with all these blueprints, which is pretty cool, looking for own charging packs for laptops and for phones. And I remember trying to advertise them and thinking of all the different ways. So I thought it was really cool. And what popped out to me was that when I did this project, it actually made me want to think about my career and how I wanted to do more business marketing. And I thought that was really cool, trying to relate both the career ed project to my career itself. Well, for career ed, we had to do the college board project where we had to research a college, and the school I got was Berkeley. So, anyways, the memory that I'm not very fond of, but it is pretty funny now that I think back on it, was procrastination at its finest. I procrastinated on doing the whole college board project, and I took for granted how much time actually went into it, cutting all the borders and all the typing and doing all the research and putting it onto slides. And instead of finishing it on time and promptly, I stayed up till 4 o'clock working late at night at Sam Carmona's house. And I remember I was like, there is no way I'm gonna get this done, and I'm never gonna procrastinate again. But I did. I was able to finish it, and poster looked great. When I think back to the guest speakers that we had, and how they made a impact, or what I remember on them, I think of two speakers. The first one being an elderly lady that came in selling water. And at first I thought it was a joke, but as she continued, she started passing out these little spray water, and then all these little cups of water. And just drinking this water, honestly, I didn't think there was anything special about it. But the way she presented herself and went about selling the water and how it made a big impact on her life, I was actually brought in by her charisma and actually thought about buying one of these water filters. So I guess it was pretty cool seeing how someone trying to sell as something as simple as water and presenting it in a certain way can make the viewer or audience go after that one product. And the second was Miss Tina's etiquette, which was really cool because she was very outgoing, and I learned a lot from it. It's Etiquette Wednesday! That's what our guest speaker, Tina Fey, always said every Wednesday, even though I had class early in the morning, second period, and it was way too early for this, but she always came in with an upbeat attitude, which actually brought the class to life. But what I remember was her teaching us all these different tips and tricks on etiquette dining and how to talk to people and letting people talk. And I guess it was a wake-up call for me seeing how things actually are when you're up there. And specifically speaking, when you take the spoon and you eat soup, you dig in and you go out and then in. I guess that was a little something that I remember and I took away from it, but it was fun. Mock interviews, do's and don'ts. So a big mock interview do that I recall was how you present yourself in first impressions, how the interviewer judges you based on the first 5 seconds that you walk in, from your handshake to how you compose yourself. So you have to make the best impression in the first 5 seconds. So that's a do, and make sure you do it the right way. As for a don't, I learned not to take a seat before they ask you to take a seat, which is, if you do take a seat, it could be seen as improper or unpolite. So a don't is don't take your seat before they offer to you. For time management style and how I handled time my junior year, I'm gonna be honest with myself, and time management was not such a great thing. Usually, how my time management style worked was I'd goof around basically until the night that it was due, and then try to knock it all out within an hour before it was due. So, my time management style was procrastination. For fast track my junior year, I decided to fast track a college class for the first time over summer. And the college class that I decided to fast track was child development. And child development was actually an easy class, but the scheduling didn't really work out for I was gone over vacation, and I didn't know that college class went until July 24th, which kind of conflicted with my schedule, but I was able to work around it and get everything settled and done. So it was good.